Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unlocking something literally mind-bending that bridges the gap between historical mystery and modern self-improvement. We are diving deep into the 369 manifestation method. Now this is a practice heavily inspired by the legendary inventor Nikola Tesla, and it's built around his secret code for manifesting goals, dreams, and desires. So whether you're trying to attract a new career, better health, or honestly just a much more positive mindset, we are going to break down Tesla's key to universal manifestation and show you exactly how people are applying it today.
Here is our roadmap for today. First, Tesla's key to the universe. Second, the meaning of the numbers. Third, how to practice the method. Fourth, variations for your lifestyle. Fifth, the science and the risks. And sixth, tips for manifestation success. Let's jump right in.
Section 1. Tesla's key to the universe, unlocking the code.
To really grasp how this works, we've got to step back in time. Enter Nikola Tesla. We all know the brilliant Serbian-American inventor for world-changing tech like alternating current and the remote control, right? But the guy also had an incredibly deep, mystical side. He firmly believed that the numbers 3, 6, and 9 were basically divine, universal master numbers. He famously said, "If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe." He didn't just see these as random digits. He literally saw them as a code that represented the hidden patterns of the universe.
He also dropped this absolute gem. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Tesla believed these three elements were the literal building blocks of the cosmos. And you know what's wild? Those are the exact same ingredients we talk about in modern manifestation. When you align your own personal energy, frequency, and vibration with what you want to achieve, you are essentially speaking the universe's native language.
Moving to Section 2, the meaning of the numbers, decoding the digits.
So how do we actually decode the spiritual and energetic meaning of these specific digits? Why are they so powerful? Let's start with 3. According to the sources, the number 3 represents our direct link to the universe. It's all about divine creation, expression, and alignment. Think of it as the initial spark. It represents that undeniable power of triads, like past, present, and future, acting as the ultimate foundation for building a brand new reality. Next up, we have the number 6. 6 is where it gets a bit more personal. It symbolizes your internal power, your harmony, and your massive inner strength. It's really all about balance. So when you bring the number 6 into your practice, you are basically calling on your own resilience and tuning your inner world to match the exact goals you're chasing.
And finally, we hit 9. Tesla believed 9 was the absolute master key for unlocking higher dimensions. In manifestation terms, it's the number of completion, profound wisdom, and total fulfillment. It is that final burst of energy that helps you shed feelings of doubt, release the negativity, finalize your goals, and fully embrace spiritual awakening.
And there's this mind-blowing mathematical quirk that perfectly captures Tesla's obsession with vortex mathematics. He theorized that these numbers were hardwired into nature and geometry. Take a circle, for example. It's 360 degrees, right? Add those digits up, 3 plus 6 plus 0, and it equals 9. Actually, he discovered that no matter how many times you divide a circle, the resulting numbers always boil right back down to a 3, a 6, or 9. Mind-boggling, right?
Section 3. How to practice the method, the blueprint.
Okay, so how do we take this from cool theory to actual practice? Well, the modern 369 method we use today was actually pieced together by a lightworker named Corinne Yee. She brilliantly mashed up Tesla's math with the manifestation techniques of Abraham Hicks, and it all kicks off with a strangely specific, almost delightfully random-sounding number, 17. The first step is crafting your manifestation, so it takes exactly 17 seconds to read or write. Usually that's just a couple of sentences. Why 17? Well, according to Hicks readings, holding a pure, positive emotional thought for exactly 17 seconds is the tipping point for your brain to start generating real energy toward it. If you can hold a thought of success for 17 seconds, your brain starts aligning you to the very thing you're claiming. Once you've got your 17-second desire locked in, here is the core daily routine. Step 1. Right when you wake up, grab a journal and write that desire down 3 times. That sets your intention for the day to the universe. Step 2. Midday, maybe on your lunch break, write it 6 times. This amplifies the energy and really helps you visualize the feeling of already having it. Step 3. Right before your head hits the pillow, write it 9 times. This sets your manifestation in stone right before you sleep.
Now, you might be wondering, how long do I keep this up? The sources point to a few common tracks. 21 days, 33 days, 45, or even 69 days if you're an advanced practitioner. But they emphasize that 33 days is by far the most popular sweet spot for seeing tangible shifts. Plus, think about the math here. 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 plus 3 is 6. We're keeping that Tesla energy flowing the entire time.
Let's look at Section 4, Variations for Your Lifestyle, Finding Your Fit. Look, we get it. Not everyone has a lifestyle where they can just stop and pull out a journal 3 separate times a day. Transformation strategist Ipek Williamson highlights 2 main ways to interpret this. First is the classic journaling method. The physical, tactile act of putting pen to paper is incredibly powerful for connecting your mind to your goal. But if you're busy, try the alarm method. You pick 3 things you want to manifest, set 6 alarms throughout your day, and whenever they ring, you just mentally repeat each desire 9 times. It's a fantastic, modern convenience.
In fact, there are 5 distinct styles you can choose from here. You have classic journaling, of course. Then there's visualization, where you focus heavily on vividly seeing and feeling the end result while you write. Scripting is where you write out a full, detailed paragraph in the morning. If you commute or travel a lot, the voice method lets you simply speak your affirmations out loud. And finally, the gratitude combo, where you tack on 3 things you are already thankful for after every session to keep that abundance energy strong. There is literally an option tailored for everyone.
Moving to Section 5, the science and the risks, grounding the practice. All right, whether you see this as a mystical, spiritual awakening or just straight-up cognitive reprogramming, we have to bridge the gap between mystical claims and grounded reality here. I want you to put your critical thinking hat on for a second. Is this just magic? Or is there actual psychology at play? How does modern science explain this phenomenon of writing things down and suddenly seeing them happen? The answer boils down to something called the Reticular Activating System, or RAS. This is a very real network in your brain that acts like a filtering system. You are exposed to millions of bits of information every single day. By repeating your goals 3, 6, and 9 times a day, you are literally training your RAS to highlight information that's relevant to those goals. You unconsciously start hunting down new opportunities, networking connections, and solutions that you would have otherwise completely ignored. It's like programming a biological search engine.
However, we do need to impartially report on the flip side, the psychological drawbacks highlighted by Very Well Mind. Research suggests that a fierce, unquestioning belief in manifestation without taking practical, real-world action can lead to some dangerous pitfalls. Studies show that people overly reliant on manifestation often make riskier financial investments, face a higher likelihood of bankruptcy, and generally hold totally unrealistic expectations for instant success. The big takeaway here is to maintain a positive but realistic outlook. Manifestation is amazing, but it's not a substitute for hard work.
Finally, Section 6. Tips for Manifestation Success, Mastery.
Let's bring this explainer home with the absolute best practices, so your 369 method yields real, positive results without hitting those pitfalls. Here are your non-negotiables for success. First up, be highly specific. Vague desires give you vague results, period. Second, always use the present tense. Say I am, not I will, so your brain registers it as happening right now. Third, you've got to feel the genuine emotion of success while you do this. Fourth, stay consistent. Set those alarms so you don't drop off after a week. And lastly, detach from the how. Focus entirely on the end result and just let go of micromanaging exactly how it's going to arrive.
Nikola Tesla truly believed that 3, 6, and 9 held the magnificent keys to the universe, representing energy, frequency, and vibration. And by focusing your mind and taking consistent action, you can tap into that exact same frequency. So I'm going to leave you with this. Grab a pen, get focused. What are you going to manifest in your first 17 seconds?